So here I am in Tinkercad. You might notice I've put a hole in here, which in a way I've reinforced a bit, made it a bit deeper by putting this bump on, etc. This is for 3mm bolt, so it's 2.5mm. You force a 3mm bolt in there, and I'll flatten this out a bit here in the center. This is for a brush type thing, which is like a sawn off end of a golf ball cleaning brush. A brush for cleaning golf balls, that is. Just saw off the end, fit it in there, like lock it in with a 3mm bolt going in here. This is showing, this when I pinned this out, actually it's printed out this way up with supports on, needs supports on for this part under here. That's the change, is to add that wire brush, which will do an extra clean of the nozzle. You might see that there's some filament on the nozzle. Can I get in focus here? Sometimes this gets wiped off on these, particularly, just a second, sorry, particularly on this clip I have here on the side of the bed. The nozzle goes over that and it wipes this longer piece off. So it's doing the auto leveling now. As I say, the BL touch is working fine. Doesn't impact on the BL touch. I'd like to give another good big thank you for showing me how to wire up the extra servo, because the BL touch itself is treated like a servo to make it go up and down, etc. So to get an extra servo, see this video here. Well, you can have more than one extra servo, and that's what I'm using for this wiper arm. See if this gets wiped off at all on this clip. Sometimes it does, or at least quite a bit of it does, particularly when it goes back after coming down. So you've got this section here, tell you, if you're doing like the zero bed leveling, whatever it is, whatever it's called, offset sort of thing, it's a nuisance to say the least. So I'm going to come back after it's finished the auto leveling. Yes, it's still got that ooze on the nozzle there, doesn't come off yet. So it's just coming in for the last auto leveling, auto trimming, 16 of 16, and then the bed will move down. As you see, the bed moves down, it moves to position where it's going to wipe, and it wipes. As I've got it off, I think it has. Can't see any on the nozzle there. Takes a bit to get feeding this. Now I'll show you the tray So this is with the, there we are, that's with the wire brush on. Can I see any filament on there? I can't see any filament looking in the viewfinder on my camera. One dodgy thing I found is that this does twitch, this servo arm. Mind you, I've got about 2 meters, just a second, getting knocked. I've got about 2 meters of cable and I don't need 2 meters, one would easily probably be enough. But it's just the way I had at hand. But that seems to have cleaned that off fine. Time will tell whether it's going to keep on working. So if you're wondering what this stuff is on the bed, it's Elmer's glue stick. So the few prints on there, it tends to scrape on the Elmer's glue stick when it prints, because it's that close to the bed. This is just a test print I'm doing, about 2 hours. Taking up most of the width of the bed. So yeah, that's the improvement is, that's a piece of, I have one here which I've been using manually, like a golf ball cleaning brush I believe they're called. You get about 5 for quite a cheap price, if I remember right. And I sawed off this end here, well a bit closer to the bushes, and that clamps in. It clamps in with a screw here, bolt, 3mm bolt. Just a minute, wait until that gets out the way because it's pulling focus on the, not yet, it's getting out the way. Come on, pull focus. So you've got a 3mm bolt here, and that's pressing, it's just pressing against the edge of the wire brush. Where am I? So it's just pushing against the edge of this wire brush that I sawed off, and it's like locking it in position there. Well, firm enough for it to clean the nozzle, I think. And then, as I say, on my other ones I've got this silicone baking sheet which I've cut to size and cut slots in to act like a brush, and that helps wipe the nozzle as well. Right. Well, I had a look in this tray, well, fell in this tray type thing, just going around like this, and I can't find the filament that's knocked off, so I don't know where it's gone unless it's actually knocked it right off down the back of the printer somewhere, which is possible I suppose. So I'm going to do another print just now, and I'll show you this wiper working again. It's got the brush on. And you see how it's caught the hose here on this clip, bed clip, which I have in the middle of the sides, just to make sure that the bed is absolutely flat, help keep it stable. Although this is glass, I think. This is the Creality Ender 5 Plus original sheet, but I have Elmer's disappearing paper glue stick on, whatever it's called. Why am I using that? Well, I find it more forgiving than just having the Creality sheet on. I have good success with this. Elmer's glue stick I put on cold, leave it 20 minutes because it goes on purple, then it disappears, the purple colour. Let me move the camera around to try and get a better angle of this. Can we see it? It's very, so it's round about here, but it will move. Very difficult to get Might just see it there, yeah. See if we can see any ooze on the nozzle. No, I don't think so. As I say, it tends to take a few moments for the filament to start flowing. I asked for a skirt. So it probably did have some ooze on the nozzle there when it wiped it off. Let's have a look. Can I see anything? Can we see anything? Just a second. Wire's getting caught. Can you see any filament in there? Can you see any filament in there? Or on a golf ball cleaning brush head cut off? Never mind. Have to watch the printing nozzle here. I think that certainly cleans the nozzle off. I'm not going to say it's 100% guaranteed. Remembering that you, after finishing printing, you're going to have to check this to make sure that it hasn't got any film stuck on it for the next time you use it. So you're still having to manually do a clean, but it's more after the print than before the print. Just like you see the print going, quite a wide print this. One's PLA, 215 on the nozzle, 60 on the heat bed. PLA, yes. Heat bed on, yes. 60 degrees, yes. Quite warm for PLA, I believe. Right, enough of that. It's more about this servo driven wiper arm.